Hey everybody, this is Miss Florida Hot Picks here, giving you an updated workout for Pick 3 Grenada. You guys pay close attention if you're using a 317 rundown. Even if you're not in the area, pay attention when you see triples or false triples running across your 317 rundowns. This may be a hot list to use for a few days when you see this. Okay, so we're going to go take this from the first example, November 2nd, midday. There was a hit of 505. So we put it into the 317 rundown. Now, if you don't know how to count one out, they're very simple. You're going to add each of these numbers down the columns. So for the first column, we're going to add 3 all the way down. So 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Only use your ones place when you get to your 2-digit numbers. So just use a 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Just use the 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. Use your 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. You know that you did it right. The number you start with will be the number you end with. Okay? Also, you got to add 1 all the way down your second column and 7 all the way down the third column. All right? So once you have everything, the first thing you're going to notice just from the hit that this is a false triple. What do we mean? Straight triples would be like 555 or 000. But this is a mixture. 0 and 5, they're actually the same number, but they're opposite of each other. That's what we call a mirror number. Okay, so if you need to write down this chart, make sure you do. Make sure you know what your mirror numbers are. That's telling me it's a false triple. Okay, so 0 could be a 5 or 5 could be a 0. 1 could be a 6, 6 could be a 1. 2 could be a 7, 7 could be a 2. 3 could be an 8, 8 could be a 3. 4 could be a 9, and a 9 could be a 4. Okay, so if you guys are seeing when you're putting in your last hit and it has this going across, pay attention. It will not happen every day, okay? It may not happen every draw. So when you see them, pay close attention to them, okay? Now, I'm going to show you, pay attention to your top, anything above the top of the false triple. Now, you could use this actual whole list as a hot list for a few days. That could be one way to use it. That's just my personal suggestion, okay? Now, another thing you could pay attention to where the hits may be coming more often. What areas, okay? Let's pay attention to this 743 and this 298. You see, they're right on top of the false triple, right? Now, this 743 could be mirrored. It could be mirrored in different directions. 743 could be the same as 432. You see that? 743, 432. It also could be mirrored diagonally 739. So 743 could become a 739. Okay? So those are 3 different options, right? So let's look at that. 743 could have been an option. We'll write that down. All right? 739. 432, okay? And don't just stay in one area. Look at the other one. You see how the numbers change, right? That 050, it mirrors itself to a 505, all right? So 298 is the same as 743, but the numbers are mirrored, okay? So write down 298. Then you might want to go up 987. That's another option for that number. And 284. Okay, so what do you have? You have a couple of numbers here, right? Pay attention because guess what? On November 3rd, the next day in the evening, 428 hit. We have it listed here as 284, but look at the grid, 284. And this is from 298. You see? 298 could be a 987 or 284, okay? And it hit as 428. Nice, right? Now, this may be a pattern for Grenada. Maybe they like to use the numbers slanted, but just pay attention because they could change, All right, because look at this. 812 could be an 826 or 123. Or sometimes they may like to use any of the numbers going across. That could be an option. So just pay attention to that, okay? Let's go ahead and work on the next example. On November 2nd, in the evening, there was a hit of 256. And as soon as we did the 317 rundown, we noticed there's false triples going straight across. 494, 949. Okay? Now, pay attention to the top numbers. It looks like Grenada could be hot for this. We'll see if they'll keep it that way, right? So look at this 187. Could also be what, guys? 173. Could also be 876. Let's look at 632. 632. 628. 321. Okay. Now, on November 4th in the evening, a couple days later, 317 was the hit. We have 317 listed as 173. Okay, and watch this. Right here. 317. So these could be patterns. Pay attention. Now, I can't guarantee hits on this channel. You're not going to see false triples every single draw. But when you do see them, make sure that you're keeping a daily list. So when you see them, you can make you a little short list of what you think may be hot. Okay? All right. One more thing. Let me see here if I can go over anything else that may give clues as to when they may hit. And every country, every state is different. But that's what I'll do. I'll leave it there. I don't want to make any more confusion because a lot of people may be just new coming onto this. And I want to keep it as simple as possible. Okay? But yeah, pay attention when you see the triples running across. This could be an indicator that you may want to use. And you notice they go the same way. So maybe if you want to condense your numbers, that could be a way that you can do it. Now, again, be careful. Play on paper first. If you see this, make your list. Play on paper first to see if your prediction was correct on paper. Okay? Let me know how you're doing with the pattern. If you're seeing anything with it, let us know. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy, and I'll see you on the next videos.